is make like a lot of videos of like, this is literally how you click on it. This is how you upload it.
Yeah.
This is what it is. And then we're going to like just send them the videos, like everyone who's registered. All right, I'm turning.
I'll let everyone in. All right, let me just wait for everyone to connect. All right, I'll start. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the online engagement session for the 29th International Conference on Learning. My name is Kayla Ryan. I am an assistant conference producer at Common Ground Research Networks. And in this session, I will be going over the conference microsite and how to participate in the conference remotely. So first, I will share my screen. All right, can everyone see? Okay, thank you. So first I'll show how to get to the conference microsite. The first way is through the conference website. Just right on the main page, there will be a button that says CG Scholar Event Microsite. The other way is through CG Scholar. So if you're logged in, you will be able to go to your profile. And up in the top right, if you go to the drop down, there will be your events, and you'll be able to select this conference. So going back to my profile, we really recommend that you keep your profile updated, particularly your affiliation. So we just ask that you keep that current. Also from your profile, you can access the community for the research network. So if you go to the community, once it loads, you'll be able to see everyone who's joined the community and any update posts that are posted. So let's go over to the microsite for the conference. So the About page just has information about the conference and about the themes. Some themes are the same every year, but then there is the special focus that is specific to this year. The next tab, if you have a presentation proposal, will be your proposal, and you'll be able to view your proposal and upload any digital media. You can upload videos, PowerPoints, PDFs, just any documentation you want to be available. The next tab will be your registration, and you'll be able to view your registration and view your receipt. And then I'll skip over to the special events tab. You'll be able to view all the special events, both for online and in person. So going over to the presentations tab. Once it loads from here, you'll just be able to view all the presentations that have been accepted for the conference. The following tab I'll go over later when I show the follow feature. But the featured presentations are the presentations of all of our emerging scholars. So you'll be able to view all of those. You can also view all the presentations sorted by theme. So if there's one particular theme you're interested in, like maybe the special focus or any of the themes, you can see the presentations that are just under that theme. You can also sort by type. So if you're interested particularly in, let's say, workshops, you can view just the workshops. You can also just view the presentations alphabetically. So skipping over to the schedule. All right, so we also do have Spanish language sessions, so you can toggle here between English and Spanish. So the pre-conference day is today. This is the session we're currently in, the online engagement session. So all of these live online only sessions will be recorded and they will be uploaded later. And so in a few hours after the session is done, once you click on this rather than the Zoom link, the recording of the session will be embedded. So after this, there is the online Think and Drink welcome reception that starts an hour after the session started. And in this session, it's kind of informal. We all introduce ourselves and discuss the conference theme. And if you have a presentation, we'll link it so everyone can follow and view your presentation. There is also a live online only workshop later. So going over to day one.
Yeah, this is a conference I have to present at.
So the day one of the conference, there are any session that has both the name of the university and online will be recorded. It will be held live on Zoom and then also recorded and uploaded later in case the time zones don't work out. So the plenary sessions, these will all be available to watch live online. And then there are the in-person parallel sessions and talking circles later. These sessions will not be held online, but we do encourage presenters who are presenting in person to also upload digital media so that online only participants can also view their presentations. So if you click on a parallel session, you'll be able to see which presenters have uploaded digital media. And if they have, you can click on view digital media and you'll be able to view their presentation. Day 2 is very similar. There are also plenary sessions that will be held both in person and online and recorded. Day 3 also, there are in-person and online plenary sessions. There is also a plenary session later in the day. So going over to the online only asynchronous tab, these are the sessions that will all be held asynchronously and based on digital media. The first session is introducing the emerging scholars, where we have linked all of our emerging scholars introductory videos so you can view them. And then all the other sessions are asynchronous sessions with presentations. So if you click on one, you'll be able to see, first of all, the amount of engagements that the session has had. So how many people are interested in the session and have clicked on it. And then you'll be able to see the abstracts for all the presentations within the session. And if they have digital media, you'll be able to click on view digital media and you'll be able to see it. So if I'm really interested in this presentation, I can click on follow. And then going back over to the presentations tab, sorry, it'll take just a second to load. All right, so if I go back over to the presentations tab, I'll be able to see under the following tab, all of the presentations that I've followed. And so that's just an easy way to kind of curate which sessions you're interested in and which presentations you're really interested in seeing and keeping an eye on. So going back over to the schedule. All right, so back over to the session that we were taking a look at. You'll also find the discussion board here. And the discussion board is not for each individual presentation, but for the entire session. And this is so that if you ask a question, you can ask the question to all of the presenters in the session. You can make connections and just overall like relate the different presentations to each other. And so we really encourage you to participate in the discussion board, especially for the asynchronous sessions. So going back over to the presentation in this session, if you're really interested in a particular presentation and in the presenter's work, you can also click on their name and you'll be brought to their profile and you can add them to your peers. So in this session, all of the presenters have uploaded digital media. But let's try another session, let's see if maybe someone hasn't. So if there's not a box that says view digital media, you can click on their presentation and scroll down. I've already requested digital media from this presenter, but if they haven't uploaded, there will be a button that says follow this presentation, request digital media, and that will send them an email saying someone's interested in your presentation, please upload digital media. And then once they've uploaded, you'll also receive an email. It's also the same with the discussion board. If you comment on a discussion board and someone replies or also posts in the discussion board, you will receive an email notification. So you don't have to be constantly checking it and watching to see if someone's replied. And I think that's everything. So does anyone have any questions? Will the discussion boards be moderated during the live sessions? What do you mean specifically by that? Like for the live sessions that are the ones that are both in person and online?
No, and sorry, hold on. I have to switch my view here so you don't like look strangely at my head. Yeah, so let's say there's a session at 6 a.m. my time, Eastern time, and I want to participate or get the benefit of who might be discussing the content of that session while the session is going on. You know, sometimes when you're at a conference in person and there's a running Twitter feed going on
okay.
at the same time. I just wondered if that was going to be working kind of like that.
The discussion boards are live. And so the live sessions will also have discussion boards and you'll be able to participate in them. For the live sessions that are on Zoom, you can also participate in the chat. And like if it's one of the plenary sessions, if there are questions in the chat, they will be asked to the plenary speaker.
So okay, so the plenary sessions, not that I'm getting up at 3 a.m, but if I were to just happen to be awake, there's a Zoom link on them?
Yes, I'll share my screen again.
Okay, yeah, because I missed that. I was looking at this earlier this week, but didn't look at everything, obviously.
No, I think I might have forgotten to mention it. So going back over to the schedule, you'll also receive an email with the link for all the Zoom links shortly before the session starts. But on the schedule, once it loads back up again, just like this session, you'll be able to click on the session name and the Zoom link and the meeting ID will be shown. So I'll show that once it loads. All right, so for this plenary session, you'll be able to click, same with the welcome remarks. The Zoom link will be posted. It hasn't been posted yet, but it will be right here.
Okay, so there will be a separate link for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does that answer your questions?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yeah, could you do that all again, only a wee bit slower?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm still struggling to navigate this system.
Do you have any specific questions?
Well, no, far too many. I'm struggling just to navigate this altogether. And conscious that we're actually doing this tomorrow. So yeah, it's just really taking me through the asynchronous sessions and step by step what we need to do.
Are you an asynchronous presenter?
Yes, and moderating a session.
Okay, have you uploaded your digital media?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, I will share my screen and we can look at the asynchronous sessions again. Also, the recording of this session will be posted later in case you want to go over it again.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
So on the online only asynchronous tab, you'll be able to, so there are a lot of sessions, and so just going through and then let's pick this one. If you click on the session name, you'll be able to see all the presentations in the session and their abstracts. And so you can click on this, you can click on the presentation's name and you'll be able to view the digital media that way. Or you can click on the view digital media button. You'll also be able to see the engagements for this specific presentation, how many it's received rather than the session as a whole. And so you'll be able to do that for all of the presentations that are within the session. If there's one that hasn't uploaded digital media, you'll be able to click on it. And this button I've already requested, but you can request that they upload digital media and then you will receive an email once they've uploaded. So going back to the main page for this asynchronous session, you can also click on the discussion board, and the discussion board is shared for the whole session. Each presentation in the session won't have an individual discussion board, but a combined one, and so that you can make connections between the presentations and ask questions more broadly to all the presenters. Do you have any other questions about the asynchronous session specifically?
So when I go onto the session,
I need you to clean up the floor down here.
Sorry, what was the question?
sorry, are all of the digital presentations then available for the moderated sessions?
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay.
you can view I think I forgot to mention this, you can view the digital media and asynchronous presentations at any time during the conference. So we do this just because of time zones for the most part, and there's no perfect time zone. And so you can view and discuss at any time. And then the presenters and any moderators in the session will receive an email once someone has commented in the discussion board. And the discussion board will close shortly after the conference. It is already open though, but the digital media presentations will be available for you to view forever. right, did that answer your question? Okay. Do we have any other questions?
So now, yes, so now something that you said made me have another question. So for the in-person presentations, those
Yeah.
discussion boards are only going to be open during the time of their presentation?
No, those
Or-
discussion boards are open for the entirety of the conference.
Okay, and then one of the pages, I think it was day one, but I'm not sure, one of the days, everybody was at 4 o'clock. I think that was the time. I don't remember what it was. Whereas in other ones had like 4:05, 4:20, for whatever. So I didn't know if that one where they were all at the same time just hadn't been updated yet, or if what was happening with that.
For in-person presentations, there are usually multiple parallel sessions going on at once.
Yeah, the big sessions were, I don't know. Can you share your screen
Yeah.
and then look at day one? I don't remember where
Yeah, of
it was
course.
exactly.
All right, so on day one, you said it was around 4 o'clock?
I don't know if it was day one. Could you go back up to the top and then scroll more slowly?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
So we have like the conference opening and the plenary sessions.
Right.
And then after that is the talking circles, and later we go on to the plenary. or
Right,
the
and
parallel
those
sessions.
change, yeah, those change. Okay, so then it wasn't day one, sorry.
All
if
right,
you
I'll go
could-
to day 2.
Yes, thank you. So 11:05, 11:25, yeah, those are all,
So as you can see, we have like these sessions, growing
yeah, and I know
engagement.
the big ones are running parallel, but within
Yeah.
each of them, I see there are differentiations in time now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, do you mind going to the next day? I know it was somewhere, maybe it's been updated by now. They were all the same time, like they all said 4 o'clock.
Oh,
or
like all of the
whatever.
ones within the session?
Yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
like this
Yeah, that
one right
probably was a
here would
glitch.
have said 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I think that must have been a glitch, because within these parallel sessions, these are the paper presentations. Each presenter will get 20 minutes, and they're all one after the other, and then there are about 15 or 20 minutes at the end for Q&A. And
Okay.
so, yeah, that might have been a like a website error.
And then maybe there was a poster session or something.
Oh.
It wasn't a paper session.
Yeah,
and maybe that was a little bit different.
Yeah, the poster sessions, I'm not sure which day they're on. Let me check.
Yeah, I think it
Sorry.
was right there. If you go back down to, I saw some 4 o'clock times. Or maybe not 14.
Oh,
Okay,
14,
maybe
yeah.
it might have been, let's see, no, those all, it was a 14, it was a 2 o'clock in the afternoon one, but it might have been those, and now I see that they're all at different times. So yeah, it must have been updated.
Yeah, I think that must have just been a glitch. Yeah, because like I said, all of the paper presentations will each have 20 minutes. It might have just been a glitch for the individual times, hadn't been updated yet.
Okay, good, thank you.
Does anyone else have any other questions? All right, well, if you think of a question later, please feel free to contact us through our support page. We'll be happy to answer any other questions. Like I mentioned, this session will also be uploaded later. So you can come back and watch it. It will be in the schedule. When you click on the session name, we will embed the video. So that should be uploaded by a few hours from now. I also encourage you, starting about 40 minutes, to attend the Think and Drink welcome reception. Like I mentioned, it is a very informal session where we introduce ourselves. If you have a presentation, you can introduce your presentation. We'll link it so everyone can follow, and we will discuss the conference theme. So yeah, feel free to reach out to us with any questions that you have throughout the conference. And thank you so much for attending this session. All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, thanks.